Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the entire crypto market, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys, could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course, I always do greatly appreciate it. Now, I do apologize if I do sound a little rough. I am sick, but ultimately today we want to address many things in regards to altcoins, in regards to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and even NFTs. Pretty much anything that is really going to ultimately allow for this market to really have that nice breakout event. So first off, I do want to address this tweet here from Credible Crypto. Now, ultimately speaking, I want everyone to make sure that they are paying attention, that they are preparing themselves. We do see lots of coins will do 20 to 50x off of their lows. It's not hard to find, but most never realize these gains because one, they don't buy at the lows, they chase at highs. Two, if they do buy the lows, they lack the conviction to hold to the highs. And three, they get shaken out by volatility along the way. Now, I do want to quickly address exactly what Credible Crypto is saying here. So first off, ultimately speaking, when we are talking about things that are happening within this market, on the 24-hour span, we are seeing a lot of altcoins breaking out. Now, right now, if we were talking about the 7-day span and we're seeing, for an example, I don't know, we'll just go off of Moonbeam, right? For the typical individual that joins this market tomorrow, gets in early, they'll see videos that are saying, this thing's going to go to $100, this thing's going to, fly. Now, I'm not saying that, Moonbeam is, not going to go anywhere. I mean, ultimately speaking off this chart, it looks like it is going to see some nice, moves, but it looks like it's in a massive downward trend. Anyways, doesn't matter. My thing on it is the fact that, you look at the one month chart. Now, to me, this looks like a, sort of, all right, yeah, I'm not even going to touch this because it already broke out. But for a retail individual that just joins this market and is seeing so many, articles, videos, and stuff like that saying that this is going to $100, they would just dive right in because it's still at these levels. But this is not even the low. Honestly, the 3-month span, the best time to buy this was back in February. That's where all the ROI is, and there's altcoins like that. I just told you guys about Status the other day. I just bought Status just a few days ago. I didn't buy it at the exact low. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I mean, on the 1-month span, look at this. The best time to buy this was back here. In fact, on the 3-month span, the best time to buy it was, realistically speaking, during January when it was at around 4 cents. So I paid a little bit over. But the reason why I bought this is because of the past chart. This looks like, this could be an easy 10x opportunity. Now, of course, I only threw $1,000 in this. If this 10x's and, I make my, money, I think I got I don't even know how many I got for it, but, if I do make $10,000 from $1,000 invested, that's totally fine with me. I could, swing trade it. Of course, who knows when this is actually going to break out. But again, it's all just, a waiting game. It's waiting to see this, pattern repeat it. And technically speaking, when we're talking about these highs back here, where it hit about 9 cents, followed by that downward trend and that breakout event. I mean, look at the pattern right now on this chart. It hits, 28 cents. By the way, from this point here, it was almost a 10x opportunity. This hit about 28 cents. Now it's in this downward trend, waiting for that breakout event. This could go to $2.80, realistically speaking. At that point, it's about roughly almost a $8 billion market cap or somewhere within that range. Now, again, it's easy to find altcoins like this. I'm not saying that hey, go buy Status. No, absolutely not. I mean, I'm just saying this is one that I just bought recently just because of the chart itself, right? But there's a ton of altcoins that are still down tremendously. I mean, on the 7-day span, you guys could go like this and you could see what altcoins are down. ApeCoin is down. I mean, I wouldn't buy ApeCoin, just my personal opinion, but there's other assets that you could buy, and this is on the top 100. Of course, if you guys shift through here, go to the third page maybe, and then look at the 7-day span and really kind of see which ones are down the most. I mean, I wouldn't buy SafeMoon, but you guys can really kind of look through this and see something that is down, that isn't pumping. API 3 is something pretty significant. Less than a $200 million market cap. Look at the all-time chart for this. I mean, currently right now trading at around roughly $5.36. This hit, about $10 back here. Who knows? Might be a good buy. I'm just saying, in general, it's not that hard to find these gems. But especially now that we are watching the market kind of break out and play into the structure, I think that right now is the time to really prepare yourself for those 10 to 50x gains. Bitcoin itself, right? Check out the Bitcoin chart here from TechDev. I mean, here's 2010 to 2013 versus, 2016 to now. I mean, ultimately speaking, when we're looking at the current levels, this is pretty much telling us that if we do repeat that same process from 2010 to 2013, we'll ultimately see $175,000 being tested on Bitcoin or somewhere within that range. My range for Bitcoin has always been 120 to 160K. If we do see those levels tested, that's going to be very incredible for altcoins. And a lot of altcoins will start to do massive breakout events. But when we are talking about Bitcoin itself, we're seeing Bitcoin MACD crossing on the weekly time frame. Weekly candle closes today. Here's the weekly candle, here's the crossing of the RSI and the moving average. Well, sorry, this is the MACD. I thought this was RSI with moving average. Again, sorry. But we do see the MACD crossing here for the first time since going back to like the July time frame, which led us to that nice breakout event. And I told you guys the structure of Bitcoin is similar to the October-November time frame anyways. So realistically speaking, when we are talking about this, this could lead us to the 100K plus level. Now, also, we do see update the Bitcoin supply that has not moved in at least 1 year is now 63.20%, 0.25% away from its all-time high of 63.45%. The last 2 times this metric broke the previous all-time high, a few months later, the next major uptrend began. And here we have that, percent of supply last active 1+ years ago. And here you have it. Realistically speaking, when we are talking about this could lead us to that next major bull run for altcoin, aka Bitcoin season. Now, once Bitcoin season does happen, a lot of altcoins will take a little bit of a dropping point, but this will lead us to, alt season as well. And I'm very excited for that. Sorry, let me go to the cryptocurrencies. I'm excited for that because right now even Bitcoin dominance is ranging below 41%, allowing for a lot of altcoins to break out. Of course, I could address that chart here shortly, but I really want you guys to prepare yourselves now. We actually see here the amount of Ethereum on exchanges as well continues to aggressively downtrend. Again, you could really kind of see what happened when this really started to aggressively downtrend. It started to launch the price of Ethereum. This goes back to September 2020. All the way through, we were in a nice bull run formation for Ethereum, and Ethereum is extremely bullish long term. Now, we also look at this. Visa and MasterCard both said in 2022 that they want to onboard millions of dollars into NFTs. This entire market is getting a lot of institutional demand. DeFi, NFTs, the metaverse, these are 3 main areas of focus right now from a lot of institutional demand. But as more and more demand for this market does grow, the more and more bullish I do get on the macro views. The total 2 is playing perfectly within my structure. I'm still thinking that when we're talking about the altcoin market, we could easily see $5 to $7 trillion within this 2618 area to almost the 4236. That's an area that I'm watching for altcoins, specifically the altcoin market cap. And I do believe that a pullback is, going to happen. The reason why I say this is because of Bitcoin. So first off, let's focus on Bitcoin. So the structure on Bitcoin that I have, charted, this nice drop to the support zone, followed by that next major stepping stone to about 50K plus, has been ultimately playing pretty well together. Tomorrow, I think, is the day where we see a lot more price movement. Right now, we're ranging below the 382 at about 46.7K. Once we do kind of break above this, I do believe that we will break out of that 48.6K resistance zone very soon. The issue here that I want you all to pay attention to is Bitcoin dominance. So, again, Bitcoin dominance for the first time today kind of settled a little bit. It honestly looks like Bitcoin dominance could be seeing a nice little reversal here, where we do range to 45 to 47%. I honestly thought that we would, come down a little bit lower, somewhere within this 40% zone, but right now we're at about like 41%. We currently were down around like 41.43%, but still this is a pretty good range for it to really start to find a lot of momentum. This is also the area that we kind of had that strong bounce off of going back to February of this year, where we did go back onto that nice rally point to about like 44%. Reason why I bring this up is because I want you guys to pay attention to your altcoins. I always talk about XRP, Hbar, QNT, etc. When we are talking about those charts specifically, there's a lot of things that factor into this market. Like Bitcoin dominance, when it starts to do this upward trend, that's when you don't really want to, be in altcoins, or maybe you want to just kind of risk out of altcoins that are, doing a nice little run in price. When Bitcoin dominance starts to do this, this is when you want to be in altcoins. So you kind of want to buy altcoins at resistance on Bitcoin dominance and sort of sell at around support. I'm not saying, go ahead and sell. I'm just saying, like, that's what I would personally do if I was, day trading, for an example. But, when we are talking about the structural view, there's a lot of things to watch for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. That is when the indices do open. The dollar, I have charted the dollar multiple times. This is what I want to see, happen tomorrow. I want to see us reject off of the 702 level, have that strong, dropping point down to about like 95.24. Of course, this is going to be a slow pattern. It's not going to happen all at once. But I am watching this closely, especially considering the fact that moving average with RSI looks extremely weak here. Looks like a nice rejection off of this, which will lead to an ultimate, drop in price. So that's what I'm going to be watching for in terms of the dollar. I have been watching altcoins, like, if we're talking about like XRP and stuff, like I really haven't been addressing their USD charts too much, just because I have been watching their Bitcoin pairs. The Bitcoin pairs for a lot of these altcoins are just kind of sideways momentum in a boring sort of fashion. The USD chart, though, also shows the same exact thing. Boring sideways upside momentum. So, again, a lot of these altcoins are similar. XLM, very similar in terms of, XRP, except the fact with XLM is that we're so close to the breakout point on this, just kind of ranging against resistance. The Bitcoin pair for Stellar is also kind of similar in this nice sort of upward sideways momentum. It's a very boring and frustrating fashion, but a lot of this does lead to a massive explosion in price, and we've seen this multiple times in the past. Even Hbar, downward trend, sideways momentum, upside, and there's those nice candles. So again, a lot of these altcoins still trading below support or below resistance, above support. Waiting for their breakout event. Same with even like QNT, right? A lot of people have been, telling me to watch, QNT and like do an update on it. Well, QNT looks like it's diminished volume. RSI looks a little weak here. Looks like we will most likely come down and either test a major, support zone, or we'll have, that test of this, fib level at around the 236 area. So, watch a lot of the, I would say right now when we're talking about altcoins, a lot of altcoins are very strong opposed to Bitcoin, but that's going to change very, very fast once Bitcoin does have, that nice impulse on the dominance chart with that nice next major price action move within it. So with that being said, I hope that kind of gives you guys a quick little update. Tomorrow I could give you guys a little bit more of an in-depth view because that is when a lot of the indices and factors do, start to really move. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. If you guys do want more content like exit plans, trading indicators, stuff like that, guys, go check out NCashOfficial.com. But with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.